Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Courtney here. And full disclaimer before I get started totally into the entire video, I just want to start off by saying that goals are important. Your goals, the things that you set out to achieve, are super important. And me personally, I strive each and every day to create, those plans and those goals to where I can reach my fullest potential, or just within that moment, achieve something that I need at the moment, which is whether that's like short term or long term. And me personally, I'm pretty much realistic about my goals. Basing off the title of the video, you may be like, oh wow, that's too early, or that's too far away, or man, be realistic, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty realistic about my goals, so I'm not too worried about, if I achieve them on the right timing. As long as I put in the work, I'm pretty much fine, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not too worried about it. And don't get me like mistaken or anything, I am worried about it, but at the same time, if my achievements or the fruits of my labor, you know what I mean, come into fruition sooner, you know what I mean, I love it, that's awesome. But if it doesn't, you know what I mean, if it comes probably later or something like that, you know what I mean, it's in God's hand, it's in God's timing. So it is what it is, but just know that I'll be ready, you know what I mean? That's one thing about God's timing, or just in general, how life works, you know what I mean? We're all running our own race, so we really can't control whether we get to a certain point all the time. Like, we can control it as far as what we can do, you know what I mean? But as far as what the universe gives to us, that's on the universe, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of, good karma, bad karma as well, and just putting in the work, being a good person, and really staying true to it, like staying locked in with it. Yeah, so I just want to give that, disclaimer, or that full little gist of everything before I got in the video. So if you're new here, make sure you like, comment down below whatever you may feel throughout the video, and just subscribe if you're new. Turn on that notification bell so when I drop a new video, you get notified when I drop it. And let me know if this helps. Let's get into it. Yeah, so the title of the video is, why I will be wealthy by age 25. And I just want to touch on some steps as far as how I would get to that point, you know what I mean, within my life. I'm 20 right now, or I'm 19 going on 20. And it's just a matter of like a mindset, where do you want to be in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you know what I mean? So I try to set goals as realistic as possible that can meet up to me becoming better, and also just putting in some work, you know what I mean, and it's being realistic. So first things first, I would say, is invest in yourself first. You have to invest in yourself first. And really, with people who may come from a background where they gotta, be the first ones to start this, I would say, honestly, start reading books. Educate yourself by reading books, reading tons of books. I'm still have some books on my list that I need to grab and stuff like that I need to read. But at the same time, I'm noticing that the more I read, the more I articulate my words, or just in general, I think better, I think sharper in my ideas and my creative aspects of myself unlocks and reveal itself. So, and that's needed for you to be able to start a business or grow your wealth or grow as a person. Pretty sure people were already read like Rich Dad Poor Dad if you're on this path. So like, that's where I really started. I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory, giving you two different perspectives as far as from a child's poor dad or bad spending habit or consumer like type dad, versus their friend's dad, who was like more like his rich dad, his rich mentor, who was like, making some good money and good investment moves and had some good philosophies as far as to getting money and having more, increasing your income. So that was one of the books that I started with. And I want to let you know, like, you won't learn everything, in school or in college. That's just off the rip. Like, school in general, as far as from my experience, because as far as going to school, I would say they don't really teach you how to think for yourself. They just like show you or give you something that you have to remember or learn. They don't let you think for yourself. They tell you what to think about, not how to think, for yourself. So you gotta take what you got, you know what I mean? Some of the system overall in the world is built off of going to school for like 12 years or so, 12, 13 years. I don't know how long, but like, daycare, elementary, middle school, and high school. And then, after that, the choice is yours versus trade school, starting a business, or going to college. So yeah, I would say for sure, you won't learn everything in school, so you gotta learn for yourself and be able to ask and be curious and question everything. So I would say for real, invest in yourself by doing that, educating yourself on the side, like when you're out of school, something that interests you, something that you think you can make a living off of, and that will benefit you as a person. So I would look into that. And I was looking at this chart that was telling you about like money lessons or lessons that rich people may not tell you. They invest in themselves first, and their way of doing it, like say for instance you got a job or something like that, when you get your paycheck, the first thing to do is to invest in yourself first, then to go ahead and spend it on your expenses, anything you need, your bills, things, necessities, stuff like that. And then you, the rest of it or whatever you have left over, that's your fun money. A lot of times, like broke people or people who are not, financially literate, they go ahead and get their paycheck, start with the fun money, then they start with their expenses, and then they invest. And I think, it would be helpful if you invest in yourself first, whether that's, if you have enough money or you build yourself up to where you can buy property or start a business, something like that, do that. Or if you're on a low level, like a lot of us are, like I am, you buy as many books as you can to where you like, okay, I don't need to read that many books no more. I can start trying some stuff. I can start investing in myself. And so that's what I'm on the verge of doing real soon. So I'm starting to learn as I go. And like with these videos, these are like videos that really are just like diaries, like my journal for myself, because I really learn from myself after posting these videos as much as I put them out to help others. So I would start there. Invest in yourself. Also understand that a new car keeps you broke. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That may be another video for another day. But as soon as you get a new car or something like that, or if you get not a loan, but like if you pay monthly on it for X amount of years, you're really paying interest on it. Plus, as soon as you get that car, it depreciates as soon as you drive it off the lot. So there's really no point of like paying monthly on it. Just buy one in cash. I did some of my own research. Like I bought mine with cash, or I just got it from like a family member, and I started there. I'm not really focusing on the materialistic stuff. So you can't really do that when you're trying to build, real wealth as much as you want to. You know what I mean? After the fact, if you can have things in your investments pay for your luxuries, that's the best way to go from a bird's eye view. So second thing is the way I'm going to be able to become, wealthy is by looking at, the compare and contrast to being a consumer versus a producer. We come into this world as, being automatic consumers, wanting to buy things, spend all our money. They don't really teach us or give you like a head start like all the time. It's like a pick and choose type thing. If it's in the family, it's kind of set up in a certain way. So like a consumer, they are so focused on, shopping, going out, drinking, partying, and just spending your money on like stuff that doesn't really benefit you in the long term or within the now. Like you just spend to ease the pain or to like fill in a void or fill in a gap. And I used to do it myself, and I still are having trouble with it now, but not as much. It's very super slim and super small. But at the same time, like it was troubling for my situation, for where I come from. That's all I seen as, poor environment. Majority of the time you're a consumer. So focus on not being a consumer. Oh, and they also, as being a consumer, like people, like they really like buying TVs, big flat screen TVs. I'm like, man, I could use my laptop or my phone to watch YouTube videos or something like that, or TV. I don't really need a TV, so I think I got that down pat. And as far as like a rich person, or I like the more of the wealthy name or term versus rich, and I'll tell you about that later. But wealthy people, they focus on shopping for like things like investments, stocks, like investing into the stock market, stuff like that. Going out to network, night out to networks, buying equipment for improving yourself, or like it could be in any area of your life. It could be for grooming, making sure that you're looking good, feeling good, clothing, for your business or for whatever career you may be pursuing. Also, just like I said, going out to network with people, meeting new people to where they can help you reach a new level, or y'all can both benefit each other. And just in general, also just buying things that are assets. Assets, they deposit into your life, and they deposit into your portfolio that raises your income, versus if you buy a liability, it's just something that's like subtracting all your money and taking money out of your account. It was just a waste. And just to get a bit personal here, like one of my goals is, like, especially for this year, is to build good habits with my money or with my finances, as far as like saving a good lump sum of money, focusing on like investing into myself as far as equipment, like I said, for my career or whatever I want to pursue, and also just focus on just investing whatever money I may have, as far as to just get something started, as far as a side hustle, or not even a side hustle, just a business on the side that I want to pursue, along with my career, my profession, and just build that wealth journey. Because like poor people without money, like honestly, it's becoming harder to get more money. You see with this AI and everything, it's robots are replacing jobs, computer replacing jobs. So you got to really focus on doing what's best for you and what's needed for the betterment of your family, the future, or your community. And that's what I focus on, like the big picture. If I do good, most likely I'm able to help my family. I'm able to help my community. And that's my goal, for real. Like, I try to stay focused on doing what's best for me and my family and my community. And lastly, one of the ways I'm gonna be able to become wealthy is, really defining that for myself. And just like I was comparing and contrasting the definition of being a consumer and a producer, you can also look at it as far as comparing and contrasting rich versus wealth. And like the definitions of being rich and being wealthy is starting to be the same. People trying to put in the same lingo and stuff, and I really don't like it, you know what I mean? Because as far as with becoming, or the definition of rich, I look at it as really that people really look at it and focus on it. When you really think of becoming or being rich, it's more flashy, versus if you look at becoming wealthy, it's more of a long-term, more chill, even if it may be mid-term or short-term, nice investment gains. Is more chill, and it's more your type of comfort. If you are flashy, then that's your type of wealthy. And so, like, overall in this video, I just want to really touch on like your definition or your perception of becoming wealthy is your perception. So like, it really doesn't matter who may judge you, who may want you to think this way. You can take all the information you can, and then create your own thing. And that's really what this life comes down to. And I said it in other videos, create your own portrait. So with as far as the finance or just money making side, my definition of wealth may be different from yours, whether that's making 100K a year, 250K a year, 500K a year, 1 million a year, 1 bill a year, and so on and so forth. So that really all depends on how you feel and what you think is your type of comfort. And so there's many ways to get that way, but I would say honestly, don't cut corners, stay true. I understand, like, bad karma is real, and I've witnessed that in my life. So I'm kind of starting to shorten it down and really just take life for what it is, and just be the best version of myself, so I can become, and I will be wealthy by the age of 25. That's my plan, and that's what I plan on doing. So I feel like this video went fast, but it seemed like it's been a minute. If you're new here, I really appreciate you staying and watching the entire video, or watching the little snippets of it. I really appreciate it. If you've been here, I really appreciate y'all sticking with me. Make sure y'all like, comment down below whatever you got the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on that notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video. All love.